All right, guys, let everyone kind of scroll back in here. I apologize for the delay. I just had to do a brief segment with Jerry. He wanted me on to talk about the drag queen story. By the way, I thought the storm was going to get rid of me on Jerry. I thought that was the thing, but I guess he still wants me back. So here we are. All right, give us a thumbs up if you are back. We live. I think this is our third. I don't know if you should be getting a notification for this, I think. I don't see anyone here yet. A lot of people streaming. Give us a thumbs up if you're there. I can't tell on goddamn whatchamacallit on the phone. I see one thumbs up there. Okay. Sometimes it takes a couple minutes to get the notifications out. But I'll let people stream on in here. We're at beautiful 𝗺𝗂𝗆 Reservoir. It's a beautiful day outside, huh? Beautiful day. First day of summer vacation for my kids. No school today. This is going to be, yeah, it is good. I promise you. This went really well. All right, so we got 6 or 7 people watching. Okay, all right, we'll let people kind of stream in here, and I'll just start talking, so you can rewind this if you got here. So here's the deal. So I go to court today for Crissy Yakimowsky for her wiretapping thing. Again, if you're not familiar with this story, Crissy Yakimowsky, it was a super fan of Turtleboy for years. I consider her a friend. After a while, in 2019, when I wrote the 𝗬𝗏 stories out of Milford, Crissy kind of inserted herself into it and went and taped a 45-minute phone conversation. Did I lose people? Ah, we're back. Christ. Is it buffering? Can you guys hear me? I have no idea. Do something. Somebody comment if you guys can hear me. I have no idea how many people are watching. I'll see comments pop up on the screen if people are there. It's just buffering, okay. Unfucking believable. Fucking golf carts. All right. Can you guys hear me okay? Holler if you can hear me. Hopefully we're in a good zone now. I don't know why there was no 𝗺𝗂𝗆 Reservoir. Unfucking believable. I don't know why the fuck it keeps buffering. If this isn't gonna work, I'll just wait till I get home. I'm gonna be home soon. Okay, are we live, folks? Can you guys hear me? Holler if you can hear me. If it craps out one more time, I'm just gonna stop. Okay, are we live, folks? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Holler if you can hear me. Okay, you can see. I can see now. Okay, so let's talk about what happened here. I was there for Crissy Yakimowsky because Crissy Yakimowsky in 2019 recorded a 45-minute phone conversation with 𝗺𝗏𝗆 𝗵𝗂𝗍, who I'd written a series of blogs about, and sent me that 45-minute conversation without ever mentioning that it was secretly recorded. And I played it. I played clips of it on YouTube and I posted it. 𝗺𝗏𝗆 saw that and she realized, oh crap, I was wiretapped. Essentially, I did not consent to that. So she called the police. The Milford police spoke with Crissy. She admitted, yeah, I did it, but I didn't know that was against the law. And then they contacted me to ask, did she tell you that it was illegally wiretapped? I said no, so that way she got a second charge for disseminating it as well. So I hooked her up with a lawyer named Michael Maloney because she wasn't happy with her first attorney, and I didn't think it was going to be taken that seriously, but it turns out felony wiretapping is actually a big deal. We are one of 11 states in the country that has two-party consent laws, which I disagree with, but it is the law. And she... Basically, she also had provision there where she was not allowed to have anything to do with Turtleboy. I had never actually seen this until recently, but it was actually in writing. She cannot be on Turtleboy at all. And throughout that whole time, the last 2 years, she has been actively helping me with Turtleboy. She's been an admin on the Facebook page. She has been sending me story ideas about 𝗧𝘂𝗏, specifically telling me, you should write about her the day before court because we want her razzled. Like all this crazy shit. So after Crissy decided that right before her case was over, it would be a good time to fuck with me, she started going to the dark side. We've been down that. We've talked about that before, what she's done. She's a cunt. And I'm like, well, I guess I'll tell the prosecution all the things you've done to aid and abet this thing because I didn't even know about that order and blah, blah, blah. So I give them all this information, and this keeps getting continued. And then today, she doesn't show up. She's on Zoom. And you can go to jail for this. And so what if she's sentenced to jail? Like, why isn't she here? So 𝗪𝗁 gives her victim impact statement, and the judge today was a no-nonsense, a new judge. I've never seen this guy. A no-nonsense guy. Like, I realized that when he was talking to other defendants. I'm like, oh, Crissy's in trouble here. And then the prosecutor was like, so this guy here, he didn't know my name. He's like, I think she's been doing something on his site. And so the judge asked me to talk. And I'm like, oh, let me explain to you all the things she's done. And I just told you, she's been... weaponizing my blog against 𝗧𝘂𝗏 and blah, 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 and violating this order. And, the judge was like, wow. And then Joelle Fantini, who Crissy has also been harassing, also got up and testified about the things that Crissy has been doing to her as well. And let me tell you guys, been in a lot of courtrooms. The judge was moved by this shit. The judge was like he realized he was dealing with a psychopath here, I think. And so then Maloney's starting to talk, her lawyer. And Maloney starts saying that she has no criminal record. And the judge cut him off. And he's like, he was so offended by this because Crissy apparently has multiple convictions I did not know about. 2008 DUI, another motor vehicle incident in 2013. In 2014, there was another incident in Fitchburg. Like, she's got a rap sheet I didn't even know about. And the judge was just so pissed off. He's like, you lied to me. She does have a criminal record. And they're like, why aren't you here right now? Why aren't you in court right now? He's like, well, we didn't think that she was going to get sentenced to jail. It was unlikely to blah, blah, blah. He's like, you don't make those decisions. I make those decisions. Fucking reamed him out. And then he was like, I didn't know. I feel like he has to recuse himself because he's represented me before, so I don't know how he can even continue to do this. Wicked smart, Crissy. But he continued to, he was basically like, I didn't know that those witnesses were going to speak. No one told us. And he's like, that's why you need to be here. Oh, he was ripping him a new asshole. And I did not think Crissy was going to jail before. She might be going to jail. She might be going to jail. And so basically the judge is like, I want this settled today. And the fact that you're not here right now, that you arbitrarily decided that she's not going to jail, that offends the court. And she goes, these victims are, they took time out of the day to be here right now. And she was obviously incredibly impacted by this and blah, blah, blah. And so basically on July, they've set it up for July. He's like, July 28th, you're going to be here in person. We're doing sentencing. So this is wild. And then he brought up, he goes, Your Honor, like the last time we were here, he confronted her outside and she asked her if she was sexually satisfying her husband and stuff like that. And it's true. I did confront her with that. It was a question. But again, I have every right to ask her that question because, she's not satisfied by Ray. Everybody knows that. That's why she's looking for, she's whoring herself out on the internet, basically. They're talking about, their big thing was taking away the guns. She owns 3 guns, and she does not want to give them up. And if she has a felony conviction, which she will if she pleads to this, that she will have to lose her guns. So, I don't know. It's like you're going to have to, she's going to have to, like, she's going to lose them, basically. And Maloney was like, I didn't know anything about she was going to be asked to give up her guns. It's like, I feel like basically he wasn't taking this that seriously. He's like, basically, whatever. This is going to go away. We'll get this to go away. We'll get a continuance. But he was not expecting me to be involved in the prosecution side, which just makes me so happy. Like, you could hear it in his voice today that he was just, like, none of this is happening, Crissy, if you didn't do what you do. None of this. And I know you're going to watch this because you still watch everything I do and you're a fucking psychopath. But how do you feel, Crissy? How does it feel? Do you feel like you made a smart decision in fucking with me? Did you think that was good? Did you ever thought you'd see the day that I would testify against you in court? Because I just did that. And I'm going to do it again July 28th at 2 o'clock. I'm going to be there. And they brought up how on one of those, I don't know if it was Kate's or Brett's thing, that they all made threats. That was smart. Leah made a threat. Brett made a threat. Kate made a threat. They all made threats. Those were all brought up in court today. That was fucking smart. That was really smart. Aligning yourself with those fucking morons, Crissy. What did you think was going to happen, girl? What were you thinking? Is you stupid? Do you regret it yet? You probably don't because you're a fucking idiot. But you gotta, because you're going to be convicted of a felony. I'm going to be there to testify against you. Because you fucking, the whole time you were working and sending me shit, I never paid you a goddamn dime, but you were actively using me, weaponizing the blog to violate that fucking order against 𝗃𝗃. It's undeniable. I don't even know what your defense is going to be with this, but you chose to, that's the most mind-boggling part about this is why. Like, what were you thinking? How did you think this was going to end? Like, you don't poke the turtle. Everybody knows that. You poked it. You didn't just poke it. You did some dirty shit, girl. You did some dirty shit. And knowing that everything I have in it, knowing that you have a lot to lose. Royal Thermal View, your business there, I'm not going to, like, maliciously do anything, but I'm going to let the entire community know that anybody who does business with you, they should assume that their phone conversations are being recorded, because that's what you do. You wiretap people. You're a felon. You're about to be a convicted felon. And nobody should do business with you. Nobody. You have your fucking slave laborer Ray, who you've told me that the only reason that you keep him around. Why do you keep Ray around again? Oh, because you can't get anyone else to do what he does, right? No one else will work for room and board. So you both have that going. He's got to deal with the fact that his, girlfriend is a whore and sexts with tons of guys and has sex with 𝗃𝗃's son. He has to deal with that. But in return, he gets free room and board. So he's in a situation there where I get. And, you told some people that you were going to come and you and Ray were going to come and get me. Come whenever you want, girl. Whenever you want. But you're not going to have guns, though. That's the problem. You ain't going to have guns because the court's going to take them away from you. So, anybody have any questions or anything? So, yeah, what up? Listening to work. See, Rue's got a job. Yeah, don't poke the turtle. What a smart... Yeah, I mean, I just don't understand the thinking. Like, she could have waited until after this was done and then fucked me over, But instead, she just got all excited. And again, it's this feeling of wanting to be wanted, like wanting to be valued. And I think that's... Because why else would she tape the conversation with 𝗃𝗃 and insert herself into it besides wanting to feel valued? Like, her life is obviously empty. She doesn't have much going on. She lives with, a guy that she hates. He's a junkie. And Turtleboy was her life. And it was Shannon and all of them. They're all the same way. Brett, that's one thing they all have in common. Was Turtleboy was their fucking... That's all they had, And so... Then they decided one day, like, I'm just going to declare war on this guy. And I'm going to release some of the most sensitive, private conversations that, you know, keep in mind, this woman, like, pretended to give a shit about my mental health and, you know, told me personal stories about her. And, you know, she was my friend. And then she's like, I'm just going to go and give all our conversations to people who hate you. And then they're going to replay our conversations on their channels. And then I'm going to convince you that you were hacked because you would never suspect me because you're my fucking friend. And, you know, I'm going to tell you to go to the police and file police reports. And I'm going to laugh when you do that the whole time. And you did that. You know, you did that. You wasted the police's time. You fucked with a lot of people, Crissy. You're a shitty person. And I know you're never going to ever own up to that, but you are. And you know who knows you are too? The judge knows you are. You got the wrong judge today. The old judge, he's gone. And you go, this judge today is like, I want to reschedule on a day that I'm here. He was offended by the fact that you were so confident that you weren't going to jail that you didn't even show up today, that you did Zoom. And it didn't go well. I could hear it in Mike Maloney's voice today. I could hear it in his voice. He's nervous. He's nervous for you because he realized, oh shit, this new judge isn't fucking around. And Aidan is not fucking. Aidan don't play. He knows who I am. Mike knows what I do. He's represented me before. And if I were him, I'd be telling you, stay off the fucking internet. Like, why would you sabotage your own case like this? But you did it. You did it. So, anybody have any questions or anything? Let's see. She's hurt so many people that went out of her way to help her. Exactly. Like, you helped. I mean, she fucked with Laura. Like, Laura did nothing wrong. Joelle Fantini is like the nicest lady. Did nothing wrong. Crissy took her private conversations and gave them to somebody else to try to get a harassment order against Joelle. Like, yeah, bring this to court. And because Joelle has security cameras in her house, outside of her house, right? And it picks up, you know, when the neighbors go by. And she shared some of those security footages with Crissy. Crissy screenshots them and sends them to her neighbors. Just to be, why? What was Joelle's crime again? Oh, right. Joelle's crime was informing me that you were Carmela Rodriguez or whatever the fuck, Teresita Mendoza. That's what she did. She informed me about all the aliases you were using to post negative things about me. That's what she did. She told me the truth. And then you tried to hurt her too. And you thought that Kate could save you. She can't. Where's she at today? Where's she at? And by the way, I got a text message. Get this, guys. I'm in court. I got a text message from a 601 number. I guess it's in Mississippi. It's obviously a spoof account. And it says, nice pink shirt, faggot. So I go and I tell the bailiff that. I'm like, I just got this text message, so I haven't posted pictures of me anywhere. How does, I'm like, somebody is in this courtroom right now messaging me this. And, or it could be just, what I think probably happened was just, you know, one of Crissy's goons or whatever was sitting outside the courthouse. Could be Crissy herself. And just noticed what color shirt I had and wanted to fuck with me, you know? And sent me that text message. But I alerted them and they're on it. So that was smart too. Like intimidating witnesses, that was really smart. That was really fucking smart. That helped your case. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing, Crissy. Keep doing it. Because guess what? I always fucking win. You're nothing. Like, I've beaten I've slayed much bigger giants than you. You're just a trashy whore from fucking Uxbridge. That's all you are. You own a fucking window business and you suck a lot of dick. That's all you do, okay? You got a bunch of freaking convictions that I didn't even know about. We're gonna have some fun with that now. And, yeah, I mean, I feel bad for your kids. I feel bad for Tyler, and I feel bad for Brady especially because he's only like 13 or 14. I mean, Tyler's an adult. He probably hates you anyway. But, yeah. So, anyway, why don't we, anybody else here? Oh, Rashana's here. Hi, Rashana. Nice to see you back. Big fan, I guess. Poor Joelle. Okay, what else we got here? Rue says, I don't know these stories. I need to read old blogs. Yeah. There's a lot. It's a long story, basically. First, you got to understand the 𝗧𝗏 thing. Then you got to understand all the other stuff, you know. Turtleboy is all I have. Let's see. All right, what other? Glenn Sullivan was deleted. Okay. You were hilarious on Rebels. Oh, she went on Rebels? You own that lady. I'm sure she, I mean, it's not hard to own. I mean, Rashawn is kind of like, I mean, she's irrelevant. she's just pathetic. Like, she's a loser, obviously. She makes bootleg t-shirts and thinks like she's witty. I don't know. She's like obviously a deranged lunatic. I mean, Roshana has been messaging me story ideas for years, shitting all over Gaffney, all over Kate, all over these people, and then she ran to them. I mean, she's just like, you have to be a psychopath to do something like that. And just look at the company you're keeping. Like, look at around you. Like, nobody has. Look at Nick Schramm last night. Like, a theme that we're noticing here is nobody has teeth. You guys missed it last night. Nick Schramm at Hooters, he goes, I have no teeth either. You can hear it in the background. He took out his fucking dentures. He's like, I got no teeth either. He took them out. That happened in real life. It was hilarious. We're like, dude, okay. But that seems to be the theme with these people. All right. Anything else? She was a friend of many of us. Exactly. Exactly. You owned no one, Lauren. Talking to you is talking like a brick wall. I mean, she's much smarter than you, Rashawn. I mean, I stood up for Lauren on the thing last night. I'm like, she's got she's got the whole, because she talks like a California Valley girl, you're inclined to think she's stupid. Like, that's obviously what these people say. But no, she's fucking smart. Like, she graduated from Suffolk Law. You didn't do that. Yeah, and so she talks, she's got the white Valley girl accent to her. She's a lot smarter than you. Trust me. She's not making fucking t-shirts in her home, All right, anybody else? Lauren is very smart, and she's exactly. She just doesn't give a fuck, She's unconventional. I need to drop this. Yeah. So you guys are like, yeah. I'm Lauren Laguna. Yeah. So, like, that's actually not how a courtroom works, actually. It's more like you have to file a motion, which you don't even know about. But she's right. I mean, just if you ignore the accent and if you just focus on the words, she's right about everything. Anybody else have any comments or anything? I don't use Discord, but I could temporarily. What's up with Discord? I don't get it. What's with all these toothless peeps? I don't know, man. But when Nick Schramm brought out his teeth last night, it was like, wow. All right. So if nobody else has any questions, I guess we'll call it. I got to get the court audio. You should have just seen that judge just ripping into Maloney, though. He was so mad that he said that she didn't have a criminal record, and he was even more furious that she wasn't there. And you could tell that my statement and Crissy's, and Joelle's statement and Hadassah's statement, like, they were effective. And like, we were in court, the fact that we were there and the defendant was so cocky and confident that the court was not going to do anything to her, despite her long, why? Because she's a fucking, they go, she used to be a preschool teacher. Oh, not anymore. She's not. Not anymore. She's not. So, and by the way, her business, she doesn't own a business. Her dad died and gave her a business, Okay. All right, guys. So it looks like nobody's here. So I guess we'll talk to you guys later. Peace, Turtle Riders.